This video is sponsored by my comment section. Thank you guys for supporting my videos. It's going to take me a while to process that the point of gender flipping in gameplay is the same mechanic that keeps me from using both bathrooms at my Walmart. Go to heaven. If that's the horniest game you've played, man, this is a drop in the bucket. Is it possible to beat this game with one hand? No. Go play Max the Alpha next. Yeah, I don't know if I want to play this one. I don't know, man. Stop screaming. Lizzie! Cover Pizza Tower 6 mod next. What? I just busted to your video. Audio only. Ikaruga, except instead of swapping colors, you swap pronouns. What the fuck? Smash, next question. This video was really well done. Expected bad mic and shit editing from the subscriber and view count, but honestly it was really good. Also boobies. Bruh, I can't believe I spent 5+ hours on this game just this day, where you introduced me to the game and apparently I got nothing else better to do. But for real though, I feel like playing this game without jerking off is the ultimate way to play the game. I was just hard the whole time playing it, but not actually the whole time. I would be hard, but yeah, and also I had gameplay is really good, but honestly this game is really good. I would be hard, but yeah, and also I had the gameplay is really good, but honestly this game is really good. Anyways, point is, give it a try and you probably won't regret it. And with that, I'm giving this review of my review 6 out of 10. So with games like Lethal Company, Palworld, and even the rising success of Helldivers 2 exploding in popularity, I decided to look at some game demos that are anticipated to come out this year before being released. And if you want to check out these demos, I'll leave all the links to these games so you can check them out for yourself, and I don't know, potentially wishlist them on Steam? I don't know. If you have chlorophobia, I'd advise you probably shouldn't play this game. Or do whatever you want, I don't care. I feel like we were afraid of clowns at some point in our childhood. I remember vividly watching Killer Clowns from Outer Space, and although it was a great horror film, it still terrified me as a kid. And it was also that one Ben 10 episode with the clowns. Don't even get me started on that one. The best way you can describe Clown Meat is like Super Meat Boy with clowns. This game almost follows the same controller scheme as Super Meat Boy, but it adds its own flair to it. Like Super Meat Boy, anything that sharp can instantly kill you. But what if I told you had two different forms? You have your clown form, and then you have your ball form or meatball form. And what's cool about this mechanic is that you're able just to clear long distance gaps whenever you go down a slope, but you're also invulnerable to spikes in this form. Now instead of rolling far enough off the edge of that slope to gain momentum, speed is determined by how high you fall onto that slope before jumping right off again. You also got the wall jump as well as the double jump, and you can also do this. What really got me to play this game the most was the art style. Very detailed pixel art, but very much uncanny and straight up nightmare fuel. And the soundtrack is just as creepy, but still fucking slaps. The dialogue is interesting and has some pretty funny moments here and there. Overall, Clown Meat is a really fun precision platformer, and I think it really challenges you to go faster throughout each level, making this game have a lot of replay value. After you beat the demo, you can even go back to previous levels to beat your own time and even beat the devs' time. I like little details like this, where stuff like this, the devs can get more involved with their players, giving them that extra challenge. I hope they add a live leaderboard or something when the full game comes out. Children of the Sun is a tactical puzzle shooter where the premise being you only have one bullet. Time moves in slow motion as you control the bullet, similar to games like Sniper Elite and Super Hot. This game doesn't really punish you for being too slow or to make quick time decisions with each shot you take, but more so gives you time to think and strategize with every shot. This game can be a bit of a learning curve at first, but once you get used to the mechanics, this game from a puzzle standpoint can be quite fun as well as satisfying. Throughout each level, the game throws more tricks for you to learn and use in your repertoire, being able to maneuver the bullet through slight obstacles, as well as changing the trajectory of the bullet from one direction to another. There's also a scoring system every time your bullet passes through a Colossus body or explodes a car with people around it. From the art design to even the sound quality, Children of the Sun adds such a grimy, distorted tone to it all. You can really hear as well as feel the impact of the bullet as it pierces through a guy's skull as blood spews out from their body. If Pizza Tower was a game about speed and precision platforming, Anton Blast is mostly precision-based platforming, but that doesn't stop Anton from reaching top speed as Anton barrels his way through levels like a semi-truck. The main mechanic in this game is the hammer. Sure, you can smash your way through moles, boxes, and even entire vehicles, but the hammer can also be used as a way of mobility. If you jump and press the attack button as you hit the ground, he can bounce to get out onto higher platforms or traverse through sections of the level. That's without mentioning that he can roll down steep hills, jump from one bounce pad to another, giving him that far view perspective, like in Sonic Mania. You have this meter at the bottom right of your screen, and every time you hit the attack button, which is also the same as your dash, you get a boost. Basically, time this right, you go fast. You're welcome. You can also combo the dash with the slide into the hammer pounce to go even further throughout the level. The moveset of Anton might seem overwhelming at first, but once you understand Anton's moveset, it is just a burst of adrenaline as you demolish your way through these levels like butter, but if it was laced with pipe bombs. So after you get to the end of the level, that pretty much means suddenly the whole level turns into a mad dash back to the start of the level. If you don't make it in time, the entire level explodes, resulting in your unholy demise. Overall, I think Anton Blast will have a shot at getting indie debut of the year, unless they make a Cocoon 2. Then we're fucking screwed. I remember playing this demo about a year or so ago, and revisiting it again made me realize how visually stunning this game is. Nine Souls is Sekiro meets Hollow Knight. Of course, it follows the main mechanics you see in a lot of Metroidvanias, but with the addition of a parry. But what makes parry so important is that you can use these food charms that act as paper bombs, tagging enemies as you dash right past, then detonating them, dealing a huge portion of damage to their health bar. The food charms act as a riposte after you deflect an attack. You can also tag multiple enemies at once in scenarios where 3 enemies are charging at you with swords and crossbows. Of course, with parries, you do have to learn the timing, but the game makes it easier for you to learn and pick up just by visual cue. As you see a samurai android wave their sword around or a cybernetic centaur charging at you with a spear, there's a little glimmer that shines on the tip of their weapon, indicating when you're supposed to parry. Not to mention you can also dash, wall run, and even smoke a joint to heal. There's also a bit of Bloodborne influence, where if you mistime the parry, you'll still take damage, but your health leaves this trail of a white bar, giving you a chance to get back some of your health by just attacking again. Overall, I recommend keeping an eye out for this one. You know, just in case if Silksong doesn't come out. Captain Wayne is probably the wackiest and most crackhead moveset I've ever seen. With a shotgun for an arm and a 12 gauges loaded with hydrogen peroxide, Captain Wayne moves like a fucking madman. Captain Wayne's arsenal consists of a machine gun hand as well as a shotgun. He has a gun that shoots cannonballs, he can throw molotovs, he can even uppercut guys in the balls just to add more insult to injury, or even punch enemies out of existence. He can even use punches and kicks as a way of mobility to move around the map at high speeds. He can also spit watermelon seeds at enemies as well as throw coconuts. Overall, Captain Wayne's vacation Desperation is one hell of a dopamine trip. Moving around the map like a coked up spider monkey, shooting your way through hordes of enemies while switching between your weapons, choosing to either shoot from a distance or getting up in some guy's face with a shotgun, or even just going guns blazing with a machine gun hand. Captain Wayne offers such a unique experience of chaotic mayhem along with stupid funny one-liners.
Nice going, jackass.
Just some honorable mentions that I didn't cover much in this video. Boom Buster, a puzzle 2D platformer where you drop bombs into pipes. Mullet Matt Jack, a boomer shooter in the style of 90s anime that has roguelike elements as you massacre your way through goons on each floor and gain modifiers to help you in your run, as well as having different weapons like shotguns, SMGs, and even a katana. So yeah, if there's more game demos or any other games you want me to look at, let me know in the comments. I'll talk about anything nowadays, just not this.